And I can't think of any place that needs a watchdog more than Washington, D.C., where billions and billions of our tax dollars go every year. After all, how did we get into this financial mess that nearly caused a second Great Depression, a crisis that cost millions of Americans their jobs and their hard-earned savings for college, retirement, even their homes? The answer is that it was the unchecked irresponsibility and greed of those on Wall Street who gambled our future, who filled their balance sheets with financial instruments that few understood and that had little to no value. And all the while, most in Congress sat on their hands until Wall Street's house of cards collapsed onto all of us. Even as the financial mess was beginning to unfold, Congressman Mark Kirk voted against tougher regulation of the very subprime mortgages that were at the heart of this crisis. In fact, he marched lockstep with the Bush-Cheney economic program, right over the cliff. And now that we've bailed out these institutions with billions of our tax dollars, who's watching out for the taxpayers while those responsible grab millions in salaries and bonuses? I'm ready and willing to take on that fight because we deserve better. Or take the current struggle in Washington over health care reform. Very challenging issue for everyone up here, including Harrison. He apparently didn't see the president's speech last night. The insurance companies have ratcheted up their campaign contributions and lobbying expenses on this issue. It's reported they're spending $1.4 million per day. Does anyone really think that those interests are working for us? Who's going to hold their feet to the fire so that health reform means better coverage, lower costs, and more security for us, not just profits for them? And from spending on weapon systems that we don't need to hidden congressional earmarks for wasteful projects, billions of our tax dollars are on the line every day in Washington. The people of Illinois deserve a watchdog in Washington who's willing to call them as he sees them. We need to make government accountable to the people who pay the freight. That's been my record, and it's a fight I'll continue if you give me that chance. Now, I'm proud to be a Democrat, and I always have been. Our party at its best stands up for average people. But I can tell you that a dollar wasted by a Democrat is still a dollar wasted. I don't believe in big government. But I do believe that it is the duty of our government to protect the public interest and not to let powerful special interests run roughshod over the rest of us. Smart, effective, efficient protection of the public interest. That's what government should be. And Democrats who believe that government has a role in making our country better and stronger, we must be the most vigilant in attacking waste and fraud. Now, for Democrats here in Illinois, there is one more thing that we must be vigilant about. Plain and simple, it is time to turn the page on the Blagojevich-Rezko era. And it's time. It's time to turn the page on the Blagojevich-Rezko era and to nominate a candidate for U.S. Senate with no connection to the corrupt politics and cozy relationships of the past. We deserve better. You know, I heard Congressman Mark Kirk say the other day that he's running for Senate to end corruption in Illinois. Well, I've got news for Mark Kirk. While you've just discovered a campaign issue, I've been leading this fight for years. And with help from everyday people from all across this state, I'll continue this fight in Washington. Together, we will stand up to the insiders who put their thumb on the scale at all levels of government, whether it's through patronage jobs, government contracts, or clouded admission to our public schools. Together, We will stand up to those who steal our hard-earned tax dollars, whether it's through earmarks for campaign contributions or huge bonuses from government bailouts. Together, we will stand up to those who serve the special interest instead of our interests, whether on health care, renewable energy, or cracking down on Wall Street greed. Together, we can send a message that the people of Illinois have had enough, that we deserve better. We're tired of business as usual, and we are taking our democracy back. That's been my cause, and it's the message of this campaign. And with your help and support, we will bring that fight all the way to Washington. Thank you very much.